What's going on, aquaponic lovers? This is the next entry in my little YouTube diary of what's going on in the aquaponic garden. So, well, I shot some video yesterday, so let's see what that was all about. So I guess the biggest change this week so far is we are now underwater. So, got a whole bunch of rain. And I have not added any water to this tub whatsoever the entire time I've had it going. So everything that has been added was from rain. And well, it's time to get rid of some of this water. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of a little bit. That way we can get back to business. Because that one right there is not draining correctly. Disconnected that pipe over there, and now it's discharging some water, and we're still underwater. Still draining. Got a little bit more to go, but we're almost there. And of course, if you look up there, we got some crazy looking clouds coming at us, and thunder roaring in the distance. So excellent. So I might have to do this again tomorrow too. Alright, well, with all that action out of the way, most exciting action. Other than that, not really much to really go on, except we got some fruit right here. Actually is pretty ripe. Could go ahead and start picking a couple of these things. Look at that. I mean, just all kind of fruit all over this sucker. And of course, back there, R.I.P. The cantaloupe. No more cantaloupe back there. Still have the watermelon going strong. It actually just reached right here. Nice focus. Right there to the top. Now I gotta train it to go back down. I'm gonna do some kind of better trellis. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. Got some disfiguration of the leaf. How about that there, YouTube? Check that out in HD. You can get it in HD. I haven't Googled what the heck's going on with that. I assume it is nothing more than probably got some kind of problems going on. But, I mean, look at the rest of the leaves. The rest of the leaves are looking actually very, very good. None of them have the goofy markings, only the oldest leaves. So I will be clipping these. Probably do that maybe not tomorrow, maybe the next day or so. But as you can see, the rest of them, everything else, coming along just fine. There we got a little bit right there. If you can see that, maybe I can zoom in like that. Nope, just wants to look at the rocks. But it's the same thing. It's kind of like a purplish discoloration. It's starting with the oldest leaves first, so that's why I'm not very worried. There's a little bit right in here. See? And again, it won't focus. That's about as best as you're gonna get. Hopefully it'll come up in HD. But that's about it. I mean, talked about how I got rid of all the water in the tub, because literally I hate using that term. It's been raining almost every other day, if not, 2, 3, 4 days in a row, pretty much since my last video. I think it was like 4 days in a row, and then like every other day since has been raining. This is another day where it was kind of a little overcast, so really, well, it rained a little bit before not before I woke up, but right when I woke up. I woke up 4:30 this morning. It was raining just slightly. And in here, here we go. Right there. Seems to be the same kind of burning right there. Could be a nitrogen burn, or it just could be old leaves. Got a few of them, some red tips right in there. Red, purple. Actually, they're very purple closer to the base, and as they go out, it gets more red. So if any of you real gardeners out there know exactly what that would be, and could just throw me a link saying, hey idiot, this is what it is, I'd appreciate it. Over here we still got a mess with the jalapenos. I need to individually just stand these guys up, and to tell you the truth, I just haven't had a second to go ahead and do this. I did a little string technique here, trying to just kind of like, you know, pull them all back, pull them all forward, and hope that they stay in there. It's really not hurting anything. I'm sure there's shock going on to the plant right now, but they just kind of leaned over, and I just kind of let them do their thing, hoping that, you know, it'd ride out the shock. They're not, they've got some exhibits of some shock in here, but for the most part, they're still producing. I mean, look at this sucker. And I love it when I get the, maybe I can zoom in there. Whoop, no. You might be able to see it. I like get those little lines on them. I love that. Usually means they're going to be nice and hot. There's, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of new growth right here, man. Little tiny jalapenos, everything. So it's not like the plants are hurting. They are going absolutely nuts. And I have eaten jalapenos and tomatoes because of my dirt garden for, oh geez, 2.5 weeks straight every single night. And I'm talking, when I prepare some jalapenos, I'm taking about, well, this size right here, that's about like almost 3 fingers, well, length, or however that would be, that way, almost 3 fingers. I will probably take about 10 or 12 this size, as well as over here, some tomatoes. I will take at this size right here, and these aren't very big at all. I would take probably about 10 of those suckers too, and I just dice them all up, little tiny cubes, and I've been putting them on chicken, pork chops, you name it. And so what I would do is I would take some chicken. I've been using chicken thighs, but I'd prefer to use boneless, skinless chicken breasts, organic of course. And what you do is you throw them in a casserole pan or a casserole dish, whatever you got. And then you mix up your Lipton's recipe secrets, and it is savory herbs and garlic. Oh my, it's got to be horrible for you because it tastes so good. What you do is you arrange your chicken in the casserole dish, go ahead, throw the Lipton secret recipe right on top, and pretty much coat the top of the chicken and all around the bottom of it. And that's the whole deal with the casserole dish, because it'll like bake it right into the chicken. Throw your jalapeno / tomato mix right on top of that thing. Throw it in the oven at 375. Not exactly sure the temperature, 375, 425, whatever. The ultimate goal is you're looking for 180 degrees in the chicken when it's done. So what I'll do is I'll wait until it's about 165, maybe even 170 degrees, and I will just overload the top of the chicken with cheese. First it was mozzarella, and now I'm down to Monterey Jack. I say down to because it's cheaper, and I'm all about being frugal. But you do that, oh my God, it is one of the greatest recipes I've ever come across. I'm claiming it as my own, even though I found it on the back of a Lipton box. They didn't say add jalapenos, so that's my twist. So I'm gonna claim that as Tom's secret recipe. But if you've got jalapenos, tomatoes, you can find the Lipton secret recipes. I believe it's savory herbs and garlic. I can't find it in my store, so I have no clue where it came from. But you can find those ingredients. Pretty much you can make what I'm talking about, and some cheese, whatever you want. White cheese, I think, is the best. Mozzarella, if you really want to get into pepper jack, go for it. I'm not a big fan of pepper jack. I like the white, light cheeses. Swiss would probably be pretty good. And what I do is I just literally shred that stuff up. You can buy shredded, but I'll buy a block and shred it up and just coat the entire top of all the chicken. I mean, I'm not a cheese fan, so when I say I coat it, I mean I coat it. The entire top of the chicken is all white. And we're talking chicken thighs that I'm talking here. And like I said, you just coat that stuff real good, and you've got yourself one heck of a meal. So give it a shot if any of you are out there that like to do recipes. But that's all I got this week. Figured I'd share a recipe this week. That way, at least with the little amount of extra growth that's been going on, you can at least get a recipe out of watching this episode. But until next week, you stay classy, YouTube.